Just the more tired I get, the worse my pronunciation for names are gonna get. That's what's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna be just like nowhere close by the time we get to a good name. Like I'm gonna butcher some. What do you think? Give a guess on the that. He has a different roster than we do, I think.
That's so fun.
right, welcome back to Cohos Commons Field for the soccer game between the men's SAIT Trojans and the Red Deer Kings. I'm Simon Chiskovsky here with Caro Guevara. I'm tired. We've already called a game. This is the second one of the day, as Trojans will send it back towards the goaltender. And early on, they'll try and rotate around their defense here. Quickly moving it through the defensive zone, trying to find somebody moving quick. That'll be number 12, Tess David, with it at center. He'll send it back to number 23.
And so far, it looks like they're doing a really good job of looking around at their surroundings and seeing where their players are.
Yeah, we're already seeing the Trojans being really patient, trying to really find that good look, not really trying to force anything. It's definitely one of their top skills.
Even with small touches, they're really doing great at keeping the ball controlled.
As Red Deer's goalie will send it into the midfield, and they will boot it over half, where it'll be found at midfield. And that'll be Tess David being tripped there. They'll send it up to the Kings. That'll be number 10, Ajin Sarovic. He'll lose the ball there, as it looks like Tess David would be the one who got the call there, as he didn't look too happy about it. And the Trojans have had a really strong start to their season. They've only played 2 games compared to the women's 4 now, but in those 2 games, they've won both of them, scoring 10 goals, and they are yet to be scored on in either of those games. Quite the impressive defense that they have put together so far for this season. So Red Deer will be getting it at half here, sending it inside. And it'll go off of the leg of Tess David, and they will be getting it in the corner. And as for Red Deer's record, they have started a little bit slower with 1 tie and 1 loss, managing to score 4 times and get scored on 5. A little bit of a slow start, but with how strong of a team they had last year, it wouldn't be surprising to see them bounce back. This could definitely be a trap game for the Trojans, as if they come into this one underestimating the Kings, then they can definitely fall behind quick, as this is a good team as well. As the Kings will send it in, trying to find a head, and it'll go just narrowly by the net there. Not quite able to find anybody. And it'll be Oliver Allen getting the chance to boot it. He'll send it short to his defenseman, who will start to move up the field. That'll be number 25. And they're fighting for it at midfield here. See the strikers starting to make their way in as well. And that'll be the speedy number 7 breaking through, as he will send it in towards, and he will get. Will there be a penalty? A lot of hands up on the field. They're asking for it. We'll see what the call is. And we're seeing Bajovic for Red Deer really not happy with the outcome of that play. He seems to be arguing with a couple of his fellow teammates on the field. Looks like there will not be a penalty on the play, and the goalkeeper will get the chance to kick it out. He'll send it short. And Bajovic will get a chance to move it upfield. Get by Tess David. Speedy striker for Red Deer will get a chance at it, but he'll get beat to it.
And so far into the game, it looks like Red Deer is really focusing on attacking this game.
Yeah, and you definitely have to do that when you're taking on a strong offense like that of the Trojans. They have a lot of people who are really good at burying the ball in the back of the net. We'll have to see if Red Deer can maintain a strong defense while focusing on offense, like you said, as they start to move out of their defensive zone here. And they'll get a couple of quick passes, but it'll be slide tackle stopped at half there. They'll start moving around. It looks like there'll be a whistle on the play. I'm not sure if it might have gone out of bounds there. Looks like that will be the call. The Trojans will get it. Start to cycle back around. Oliver Allen will give it to his defender. We're seeing Oliver Allen involved a lot in the passing game back there for the Trojans. He's doing a really good job rotating the ball around and trying to get something going, as we're seeing them use him a lot. And here's a chance for Red Deer. They get a boot and a little too high, as Oliver Allen didn't even have to move to try and get a stop on that one. As they start to move through the midfield here, but it will go out of bounds. And it'll be Haley on the ball there. He'll boot it up, trying to find somebody. Some nice moves at middle here, but they'll get stopped by Red Deer. Trying to find an open man in the middle. That'll be Sarovic. They'll find someone on the outside. Trying to get around Jacob Hunter. Jacob Hunter with some great defense there. And we're starting to see some speed from the Trojans. And they will get it up to a couple attackers here with a bit of speed on the outside. That'll be Johannes trying to find somebody. He'll kick it on net, and that will be a goal, and that will put the Trojans up 1-0 early in this one. And that'll be Renor Hoxa with what I believe will be his 6th goal of the season, which is an ACAC lead. Both the women's and men's teams have a player with the goal and point lead, I believe, which is rather impressive for the program, to say the least.
Very impressive. It looks like our Trojan soccer is really doing a great job this year.
Yeah, it definitely will be a great season to be a Trojan fan. So Red Deer will be getting it at center. So it looks like Oliver Allen will be getting the ball here. Already seen a lot of involvement from him in the pass game, like I said, as they continue to just keep using him. Because if he has that skill to be able to be that field general that they might need, why not use him? They will send it up, trying to find Hoxa. Won't be able to get there, as the 6'4" striker is just barely outpositioned by the defender. As Tess David beats him there, the Trojans with a chance. He's got speed. He'll kick it across, finding an open Johannes. And it looks like SAIT will be getting a corner kick here. And they'll send a big boot across the middle, not quite able to get there. It'll be stopped by the speedy number 7 on the outside there, trying to send it inside, nobody there. It'll go flying out of bounds into the Kings bench. And it looks like there will be a goalie kick here. And for Red Deer, it is the 5'11" goaltender, Garrett Thompson, the 3rd year, in between the pipes for them. the Trojans continue to rotate around their own zone a little bit here, trying to find the open man. Haley sends it back to number 25. They're trying to find anybody back. Like I said, sending it back to the goaltender. Because if this Trojans defense is good at anything, it's finding an open lane when they need one.
100%. And a lot of the time, that open person is going to be Oliver Allen.
Yeah, not a lot of people like to put an attacker right next to the goaltender, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And that'll be offside as the Trojans nearly get a great chance there to put it up 2-0. Not quite able to get there, though.
And so far for a goalkeeper, it looks like Oliver Allen has really good footwork and really good control of the ball.
Yeah, and you don't always see that from a lot of goalkeepers, especially. But Oliver Allen definitely has it, and he has all the skills in the world, frankly. He's looked really, really solid for Trojans so far this year. Like I said, no goals have been scored on the Trojans yet, and you can definitely say a lot of that is because of him.
100%. It's only been 11 minutes into the game, and you can already see how agile he is.
And we are seeing the speed of Hoxa here, but he's just barely hit from behind there with the defender making a nice move to interfere with the shot. Safe to say if he had gotten off that cannon of a leg there, the Kings might have been in trouble. As they continue to try and get something going, Trojans holding on to the ball through the midfield. Trying to use a bit of speed on the outside, but it looks like number 2 for Red Deer is even quicker. Chipman will send it back to the goalkeeper as they start to move around their defense. As the Trojans start to move in, it'll be Tess David who it'll be sent to. There's a lot of headers here. Looks like the Trojans will try and go back to regroup after a bit of a hectic couple touches there. So they will give it up with a 2-on-2 here. Good chance for Red Deer. They'll boot it on net, and a great save for Oliver Allen, his first of the game. We're going to see a big boot up the sideline here. And that'll be an offside on Renor Hoxa. They'll send it in towards the net. It'll be Haley fighting with them for it. They'll send it up. It'll be the speedy number 7, Ito, on the attack. Ito will kick it off the crossbar, and what a chance for the Trojans there. So if he had put it just a couple centimeters lower, the Trojans might have been up 2-0 really early in this first half. And they'll start rotating back around their defense. Trojans trying to find an open lane. Not one there yet, as he will send it flying, trying to find an open attacker on offense here. Not quite able to get him there. We're already seeing a lot of speed from this Trojan squad. So it'll go out of bounds there. It'll be a throw, and he'll send it back to his own goalkeeper. Allen will send it over. That'll be Gahara Mandani with the ball there as he'll send it over to Haley. They'll start to move through the defensive zone here. we keep seeing them using those defenders. It's been working for the Trojans so far. Patience is key when it comes to this offense, and the Trojans seem to know it. They will send it in deep, trying to find a speedy attacker on the outside there. Getting into Hoxa, and a great save by the goaltender there. Hoxa will get another chance with it. Inside, get another kick, and another great save. That is back-to-back saves on the Trojan star striker there. Really, really great stuff from Garrett Thompson there to keep the Trojans in it. Looks like there will be a defender down in the King's zone. Hopefully he's all right. Trainer has not left the Red Deer bench yet. But it looks like he will be getting up on his own.
It looks like he's having some trouble getting up on his own, though.
Looks like he's going to try and stay in the game, though. Yeah, it looks like he will be all right, so that's always good to see. He immediately gets the ball back and he'll send it to his fellow defender. Nearly a big mistake there from the goalkeeper, nearly giving it right to Hoxa. That would have been bad for the Trojans. So we're already seeing Hoxa have a big impact on this game like he usually does. He is always generally the first person to bury a goal for the Trojans. As that'll be Oliver Allen booting it in deep. Sending it to the other goalkeeper. How often do you see that? And that'll be Sarovic sending it in deep, trying to find a striker. That'll be Meckelborg on the attack there on Tess David. They'll send it into the crowd. And they'll get a chance to throw it in here in the Trojan zone. Oh, bit of a push there, no call on it. As they'll move it up and out of bounds. And I think it will be a King's ball. Oh, and it will go once again off a Trojan and out of bounds. That'll be Tess David sending it out. And there will be a whistle on the play there on Tess David, I believe, as the Kings will be getting the ball. A little bit of communication between Red Deer here to try and figure out what they want to do with this possession. So they have a really, really nice shot at the net right now in Oliver Allen. And like I mentioned last game, it's really important when you're taking on an elite goaltender like him to get something on him early. Make sure that you don't let him get too confident. But it won't matter as the Trojans quickly start to move up. Tess David sending it up for Ito but can't get there.
The speed from Tess Davis is just astonishing.
Yeah, and it's always great when you have a defender like that who can get
100%.
to anywhere on the field. Just that quick. Really is valuable to this Trojans team.
It's really helping them attack as well.
Oh, for sure. As it'll be a throw-in for Red Deer, I believe. They'll send a boot across. Trying to find an open man and a little bit too high. Really good chance for Red Deer there. Not much Oliver Allen could have done if it was on net. But just not quite able to get it there. So he'll quickly kick it over to his defender. We've already seen Oliver Allen uncork that big kick of his, but he didn't have to use it there. So the Trojans will have the ball out of bounds here. Starting to move forward here and up the field. A little bit of speed here on the outside to keep it inside. I'll send it in, trying to find Ito on the outside there. That'll be Haley trying to hold on to the ball, but he will be taken down. Looks like the Trojans will get a chance right there on that spot. This will be a good chance for the Trojans here. It'll be Haley from the spot. He'll send it over, trying to find someone a little bit too far, and he won't be able to get there. So we are already 21 minutes into this one. It is 1-0 for your SAIT Trojans. And already a pretty competitive game as both teams have gotten plenty of offense as Haley breaks through here with a chance. Gives it to Ito, back over, a little bit of give and go action. Try and get it across, but it'll go out the back. Nothing will come of the chance. And Okawa will get it on the outside. He'll boot it. Easy save for the goalkeeper there. He'll get a chance. He will uncork a big kick there as it'll go off of the leg of Tess David. Go deep into the Trojan zone and into their bench. It'll be Oliver Allen with the ball inside. Once again, just taking the easy pass and giving it to his defender. And they'll send out a big kick, trying to find Hawks up the middle. And he'll be taken down right there, and it looks like the Trojans will get a chance from that spot. They will be giving him a penalty kick. That'll be number 17, Esrom Johannes. And he will get a chance. He's taking a slow approach. Boots it, and an easy goal for the Trojans there as they will go up 2-0 early in this first half. Red Deer will move back into their own zone and try and regroup. They're being chased by Hawkses. I'll send it deep for their goalkeeper. We'll send it across. Nearly a chance for Ito, but not quite able to get there.
That would have been a great interception.
It would have definitely been, but just not quite able to make it happen as the Trojans have to regroup and try and get something else to work. Trojans will try and make something work there, but it'll go flying into the bench of the Kings and nothing will come of it. Trojans will bring it in. Hawks has with a chance. He'll boot it. Powerful kick there. It'll go off the hands of the goalkeeper, and I believe it'll go off another player at some point there, but I don't know who. Looks like Johannes will be taking it from the corner, so it's safe to say it will be a king. He'll send a big boot. It'll go high. Not able to aim the header quite right, though. So it'll be Ito, but not quite able to keep it in. Red Deer with a pretty good chance here if they can hold on to it. Not able to keep it in, though. It'll be Tess David taking it for the Trojans here. They'll send it in for Hawkses. Looks like Red Deer is trying to say that Hawkses might have clipped a shin of one of their players there when he went for it. No call. He'll try to get it to Hawkses. He'll get a chance here. He'll slow it down. Moving inside. Get a kick, but not quite on the net. Haley with a chance here. And we're seeing the speed of Tess David here, moving back on defense, able to get it out, running pretty much the whole field there to get that. Big boot from the Trojans there to get it out. So they will continue to move through their defensive zone here, trying to find really anything here. They'll move around the outside. Oh, Ito with some nice moves. Manages to get it through his legs there, but not able to get it quite to the striker, and nothing will come of it. Haley with a steal. Move it back to... Oh, not quite, actually. Moving it around. Able to get it to Hawkses with another attack. And it'll be a third goal for the Trojans. I wasn't sure. There wasn't a lot of reaction there from the crowd. That'll be another one for Hawkses. That'll be his 7th of the year. Already, like we mentioned earlier, this is only the Trojans' 3rd game.
And so far, 28 minutes in, and Oliver Allen has still not yet to be scored.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of actual shot attempts yet from the Kings. We've seen a couple good chances, but not really much on net. I can really remember one where he's had to make a real save. We'll have to see if the Kings can continue to test him. Obviously, it's still early, so we'll have to see what happens with that. As a person we were just speaking of, Oliver Allen, will kick it to a defender. Start to move it up through. That'll be Gahara Mundi holding onto the ball.
I really like how he uses his defenders to give himself so much more time.
Yeah, it's something that the Trojans are really good at. They're really, really good at using all of the players on the field, including their goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Shows the amount of trust that they all have in each other. As there was a hit there. Not too sure what happened. My eyes were not there on the play. We'll see what the call ends up being. Hopefully he's all right. Looks like his teammate's just going to help him up, and he's going to stay in the game, which is always good to see. Red Deer, it appears, will be getting the ball right there on the spot. Quickly moving through their own zone here.
And I really like how the men's Trojans team is really good at communicating. Same with the women.
Yeah, it's a common theme across both teams for sure. Where
Yeah.
we really do get to see their incredible passing. It's what makes both teams so good, and why they've both been so successful this season.
But at the same time, I feel like the Trojans men's team is very good at just checking out their surroundings, which was one of the things that the women's team didn't really do too much.
Yeah, this team is really good at using the whole field. They're not afraid to just take a step back, slow things down, use their patience, and just try and set something else up. The first thing that they see does not have to be the first thing that they actually take, and that's something that they're really, really good at recognizing. As the ball will go flying out of the back of Red Deer's zone, and they will get a throw in here. It will get stolen by Haley. He'll have a lot of space in the midfield here. They'll move it around, trying to find a couple options. It'll be Tess David deep in their zone. They'll send it inside. Not quite able to get there, as Red Deer might have an opportunity here. A lot of Trojans in the offensive zone right now. Won't matter, as they will send it back to Oliver Allen. And they will send it in deep for the goalkeeper. Not much able to happen there for him. So he's playing a lot out of his net right now. Oh, no, that was nearly really bad, as Ito with another near steal that would have resulted in a goal. Seeing him be a really, the football term I want to use, or the other football term, American football, would be ball hawk, as he's really, really always on that. Nearly getting a steal very, very often. We'll have to see if he can maybe get one later on.
He's a very quick thinker.
That's for sure. He's definitely able to, like you said, take a look at his surroundings and understand what's going on for the other team and what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Just get in the way of it. He's one of the better defenders that the Trojans have. And they will try and get something going right now in the right corner. Moving around here. Moving it into the offensive zone here. Trying to find something, a little bit being patient. Not able to make it work though, as Red Deer moves out of their zone and quickly will send it back to Oliver Allen. He'll hand it off. And we will quickly start to see the Trojans pass it back around their zone. It'll be Gahara Mundi passing it to Tess David. So they will keep just moving around in their own zone. Trojans are basically just telling Red Deer that if they want to chase them, they can keep chasing, but you're not going to catch me. As they keep moving the ball, there'll be whistle on the play there.
One thing I really like about Oliver Allen is that even though he's out of his goal, most of the time, he's still really confident in whatever he's doing.
Yeah, and that's something you see a lot of whenever there's any player playing out of their position. You can sometimes see a little bit of panic. You can tell that he's got that experience and he knows what he's doing, that he's not going to be scared in that position. He's not afraid to put himself in that position because he knows that he can rely on his team for one and rely on his skills to get himself back if he needs to.
100%.
So the Kings will move inside here, getting a chance. They're moving quick. They're going to have to beat the speed of Tess David, though, and we all know how tough that's going to be as they move up the midfield here. Haley will find somebody. It'll be Ito on the outside. And it'll result in it going out of bounds. A little bit of fighting on the outside there between the, I believe that would have been Ito and another defender, I think. Did not see the defender's number. They'll move it back to Allen and try and get something going here. That'll be Gahara Mundi with the ball here, kicking it across, trying to get it to quick Tess David on the outside. No luck there. Red Deer moving into the offensive zone, trying to cut through the middle. It'll be cut off by Gahara Mundi, heading up with Tess David here. Little bit of speed. No luck. So I'm not too sure what will be happening here. Looks like Red Deer will just be getting it on the spot. So we are now at the 35th minute, 10 minutes remaining in the first half here. It is 3-0 for the Trojans as their defense continues to remain really lethal. So Red Deer gets a chance here, moving inside here. Not a lot of luck, nobody there. It'll end up going out the side, I believe, if I saw the right side of that flag, and should be a throw-in. It'll be sent back to Allen, and that's something that the Trojans like to do a lot. They like to give the ball to him on right off the sideline.
It really looks like they have a lot of trust in each other in this team, and that's one of the things that is making them really good.
For sure, that's definitely a hard thing to take on when you're taking on a team like that, when they're just so balanced across the board and you know that there's not a weak link in that chain. It's really, really tough to beat a team like that, and the Trojans definitely have that. As they continue to move up forward using their speed. They've got a lot of speedy strikers on this team as well. Doesn't matter where you are, there is speed on this team.
Yeah.
So he'll be pressured by Johannes, but it'll be forced to be sent back. Moving through their own zone here. Trying to get something set up. And that'll be a quick Mecklenburg on the outside. He'll be taken down. I don't think there'll be a call on the play, as I believe he hit the ball first there. So it will just be an out. Great defensive play there. I believe it was Gahara Mundi there being the player who made it. Red Deer will get a throw in. Tess David with a lot of space and a lot of speed moving up the side. Trying to do it all himself, but not quite able to get there. Tess David gets back there quick. And there'll be a little bit of a fight.
It looks like we have some tension on the field right now.
Yeah. Short little argument. And he'll take a kneel. Ref's telling the Trojans to back up as they're not very happy about the fact that the player was down. Hopefully he's all right. Looks like he'll remain on the field. So the ref's having a conversation with him.
It looks like he'll be all right, but I still see some angry faces all over the field from both teams.
Yeah, and the Trojans definitely were, they were definitely believing that he might have been selling it a little bit, I believe is the word I'm looking for. It's too hard to tell from here, but the important thing is that he's all right, and I believe that's why the Trojans weren't too happy about the play. But we'll have to see what happens now, as they will be taking the ball in the corner. A good chance here from Red Deer if they can make anything of it. But one thing that the Trojans also have inside is a lot of height. It's hard to get a header in on this team. They'll send it high. And Oliver Allen gets out there and gets a hand on it. And Tess David with open field.
Oh, my God.
A lot of speed here. A lot of really good chance.
Great footwork.
Yeah. As he continues to move. He's holding on to it. And he will get a call on the play. A great move there from Tess David to keep the play alive. And we've seen a lot from him so far this game on both the offensive side and the defensive side. He really is really, really quick, and he uses that all throughout his game.
Yeah, I really like how he can switch from defensive to attacking.
Well, he's one of those players who just plays all over the field. It's really impressive, actually, because that's not necessarily something you always see in soccer. You see a lot of players willing to stick to their position, but Tess is definitely one of those guys who can play anywhere on the field and be comfortable there.
Yeah, and the thing is that he's good at both. And that's not something that you see a lot when people switch. But it looks like Tess Davis does a really good job.
For sure, and he's one of those players who's like a coach's dream to have on your team, because you can slide him in wherever you need him. If you have a weakness on your squad, you can send him in anywhere and he will excel, and we're seeing that tonight as they try and get something going on offense here. As it'll go out of bounds. We are now at the 40th minute, still 3-0 SAIT Trojans to the. And we'll be getting a bit of a throw in here as the Trojans try and get something going. Gaharamundi in the back there. He'll give it to Ito. He'll send it up the side. Trying to find somebody. He'll send it inside, and another great goal. That one will be Haley there in front, able to tip it in, putting up the Trojans 4-0. So the Trojans start to build quite the lead here. They're looking really, really solid.
And 4-0 and second half hasn't even started. Very impressive.
Very impressive indeed. They are already very much, their average for the last 2 games has been 5 goals a game, and they are already very much on course to match that, which is obviously in a sport like soccer very, very impressive, and it's not something you see a lot, but we are seeing 2 really, really good SAIT squads so far today.
Totally.
If they can keep it up for this season, they will be really, really hard to beat. So Red Deer will be taking it at half here, and they will move through their defensive zone. We're seeing a bit of a press here from the Trojans, trying to force them to make a move. Red Deer quickly being cornered. They'll take a shot back. They did not like that. It's the goalkeeper there, Garrett Thompson, will restart it. He'll send a big boot that'll clear half easily, right into the head of number 25 for the Trojans. They'll start moving forwards. We're seeing Tess David chasing him there, trying to find someone inside, gets it to him, but there's a lot of defenders there. No call. Looks like Red Deer wanted a call there, but the ref will say that the Trojans hit the ball first. And that'll be Haley in the middle, trying to find Ito on the outside with a really good chance. He'll be called on an offside there. He's certainly not happy about it. Test David on him there. And he'll send it back. It'll be a mistake. It'll be a chance here for Hoxa. He'll try and set it inside. It'll be passed back to himself. They'll send it back outside here. Haley. Back to Hunter. It'll be sent softly right into the goalkeeper there. Garrett Thompson gets an easy save, and he'll get a chance to restart the offense here for the Kings. They'll start moving their way up through the zone here, but won't be able to get much as it'll go out of bounds off a Trojan. They'll get a chance to throw it in. That'll be number 18, Dante Cachado, on the line there. It's Tess David. Tries to cut through, gets by 2 defenders. Quickly, they try and get some quick passes in there. And there'll be a call on the play. We'll see who it's on. It looks like it'll be on the Red Deer defender. Oh, no, I think I'm wrong. It'll be on the Trojans attacker there. That's my bad. So they will start to move through the defensive zone. No call on the play there. It looked like a lot of people wanted one. Starting to move through the defensive zone as the Trojans try and find speed on the outside. They have it. Johannes inside finds Hoxa. He'll get a boot. And there will be a player down in the defensive side again. Hopefully he's all right.
It really looks like our Trojans are feeling very defensive right now.
Well,
Not defensive. What's the word?
Well, when you're up 4-0, it's obviously the number one thing you want to rely on is your defense. You don't want to gain any bit of space. You want to keep the space that you have built between you and the other team, and they will continue to try and hold on to that as they hold on strongly to this 4-0 lead. It is now the 45th minute, as the first half will be coming to an end real quick here. Trojans obviously had a great first half, a lot of great defense, a lot of great offense. Overall, really solid. Red Deer is going to have to come out really strong in the second half if they want to get back in this game. We'll have to see if they can. We'll have to see if they can make a couple adjustments. See what happens. The Trojans will bury another one.
5th goal.
And that'll be 5-0. So the Trojans keep on building their lead, tying their season average for goals in a game. You didn't quite see who buried that one. And it will be Aqua getting it we just heard it over the PA there. Which that'll be his second goal of the season so far. He's having a pretty solid season for the Trojans early on. So Red Deer moves to their defensive zone here, trying to get something going. We're already seeing an aggressive press from the Trojans, trying to make sure that they don't get anything going, and there will be a steal for the Trojans. They'll try and set up at midfield here, finding Tess David outside. He'll try and find something inside, and there'll be a call on the play. Doesn't seem like anybody's really happy with it on the Trojan side. The argument I was hearing was that it was shoulder to shoulder. The ref seemed to disagree, and Red Deer will be getting the ball. They'll get it at midfield with a little bit of speed. Not able to get it to him there. And here we go. Tess David there. He's able to get the defensive stop. And that will do it for the 45 minutes. That's the first half right there. Not final score. Final score for the first half, I guess, will be 5-0 for the Trojans. We will be back in about 10 minutes, and make sure to stick around for the second half. I know what it's like. That's all I'll say. I'll be the entirety of last season. Or you do it, someone. For the entire first year I did it, every time I was in front of a microphone, it was like half my brain cells turn off. Yep. You're remembering the names. It's so much better than that. I know, I was thinking that. A lot of shots of
kind of embarrassing, but not really.
But like, why
I mean,
is it
there's nothing,
embarrassing?
like, I mean, if it happens, it happens. You just have to get back.
Yeah, but why is it? I don't get why it's embarrassing.
Well, it's embarrassing because it just you could put it to use. I mean, if you just get back and like to win the ball back, that's not very.
All right, welcome back to the second half as we are at the 45th minute. Like I said, the score is 5-0 for the SAIT Trojans. Right now they are in their defensive zone here, making their way through. Still try and find someone cutting through the offensive zone here, but it will be an offside. That'll be number 18, Finn LeBlanc. The first year had quite a bit of speed there, but wasn't able to make it work. So the goalkeeper will have it here. As he'll kick it in deep into the Trojan zone here. Go off ahead. And they'll move forward. That'll be Hoxa. Giving it to Okawa. He'll move through the zone here. And he'll send it back as they move through the defensive zone here. They'll move forward. That'll be number 17 with speed. Johannes. The goalie will beat him to the shot. The Trojans won't even get the chance to shoot it there. As Red Deer starts to move forward. And the strikers for the Trojans already getting really, really aggressive as they move forward, not giving Red Deer a lot of time to make any decisions. A lot of deep players. And they nearly force a turnover. The ref will call something there as looks like Red Deer will be getting the ball right back. That'll be Chipman moving backwards. A little bit of contact there, and a Red Deer player wasn't too happy about it. So we'll see Jacob Hunter throwing it in for the Trojans. He'll send it back. As the Trojans make their way through the defensive zone. He'll try and find some speed down the middle. That'll be Johannes. He's got help inside. We'll see if he can find it. He'll kick it in at the goalie, but it'll go wide left. Red Deer will move up here, trying to get something going. And he will be taken out as the Johannes will take out his leg there, and they will be getting it on the spot, I believe. As they continue to move forward here. That'll be number 20. Finding speedy number 5, Mecklenburg on the outside. But it'll be pushed out. The ref will call that one real quick. Not happy with the contact there. So it looks like the Trojans will be getting it. And the Trojans keep moving through. We'll give it to Haley deep in their own zone. Trying to hit the defender, Jacob Hunter, on the sprint there. Not able to get it to him. As they continue to bounce the ball back and forth. Pinballing between both teams as one of the players will be taken out there. As the Trojans will get it in their defensive zone here. They'll send a big boot trying to get it to Hoxa inside. He'll use his height and he was able to get to it. The Kings player will go down, but there won't be a call. Steal from the Trojans. And we are seeing Sintra getting a lot of touches inside. That really, really good number 5 midfielder for the Trojans. He's been really involved in the offense in the second half. As they continue to move around. As they keep trying to find somebody with momentum in the offensive zone to try and get something on net. Moving around the outside. He'll move outside. I believe that was David, not able to find anybody. Johannes will get it. He'll think about giving it to Hunter, decides against it. As Hunter moves in on offense, the defender playing out of position. That'll be Gahara Mundi there. As they will quickly start to move back and forth through the offensive zone here, trying to just find an open man. Oh, not quite able to hit Ito there. He had speed, but he was not able to get to it. As Red Deer will start to move through the defensive zone. And Trojans will manage to steal it back from him. That'll be number 5 once again. Sintra getting a lot of steals for this defense here. It's an F1 team. It's not soccer. As the Trojans will be getting it out of bounds here. As they try and get something going. We'll see Jacob Hunter with the ball as he tries to set something up. The Trojans seem more than content to just sit there and let the clock run, but they'd have to run a lot of clock for it to really matter, as they keep just sending it around their defensive zone. As they have speed. He's trying to beat them. There's a bit of congestion inside. Hoxas will score once again.
6th goal.
That will put them on the board for the second time tonight. Like you said, it was the 6th goal. And I believe what will be his 7th of the season. Once again, ACAC leader before he came into this game. It's safe to say he'll be holding on to it for another week. This Red Deer will be getting it at center. So we've got some subs here. As Renor Hoxa will come off after scoring 2 goals. As they take off a couple of their star players and will start to move some bench players in, get a little bit of youth out there on the field. See how some players do. And I mean, when you're up in a game like this, you might as well try and see how some of your bench guys who you may not have tested out this early in the year do. As they try and get Ito on the outside with speed, it's not able to get it. We've seen him trying to get that going all game as he's had plenty of opportunities.
I really like how he's just not afraid to really go in there.
Yeah, as they continue to stay aggressive, holding onto the ball here. That'll be Kajitani sending it inside, but not able to hit Haley there, this target. Just a little bit too short there. Oh, and he has a chance. Will he beat the goalie? And a nice tap in, a beautiful play there. Sometimes it really does help to just not be selfish in that situation. Wait. Did they call off the goal?
I'm not sure.
I believe they did.
Offside, maybe?
Might have been offside. Yeah, I guess it would be.
Yeah.
There wasn't a defender there. That's a good point. That's my bad. I didn't realize it was an offside. Really, really good play in concept, but they weren't able to make it work.
Well, at least it's not like they desperately needed that goal, so.
Nope, for sure. They're at this point, I think they're happy with the amount they have. It's just about
Yeah.
holding on to it, and it's about just working out for the rest of the game here, seeing what they can get done, seeing who they can really. It's in nearly a close chance there, but
Yeah.
it's in games like this where you get to really see, like I said, the depths of your bench and how much talent you really have towards the back end of that bench. Because when the season comes around to the back end of it, and you've got some hurt players, you'll really want to rely on those players again, and you'll want to know that you can trust them.
100%.
And I'm sure we'll start to see Red Deer take out some of their bigger guys as well. So they
Looks
bring
like
in
they
more
just
bench
did.
depth. Yeah, as they will bring in number 17, Davi Rodriguez, the defender, as they try and get something going here. But the ball will go into the Trojans bench there.
But it really looks like Oliver Allen's kind of getting a little bit bored over there.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of action so far in the second half. A lot more as he had to make a couple saves in the first half. But
Yeah.
it's gotten a little quiet on that side of the field for sure. As Red Deer starts to move forward, he's trying to do it all on his own. He finds someone in the midfield but puts it a little bit behind him. Would have been a really good chance if he could have just found that spot. Wasn't able to get there. So they try and get it inside. Will he get it? And quite the boot. I was going to check if that went to the construction site because we had a couple balls go flying into there last weekend, but looks like it didn't quite make it. Probably for the best.
We probably would have lost that ball forever.
It looks like Red Deer will be getting the corner here. They'll send it inside. Not able to find anybody there. A little bit of contact midair, I believe. It looks like there will be a penalty on the Trojans. I believe it was Bajovic for the Red Deer Kings who was hit midair. Oh, and we're going to see a switch in goal. And we're seeing some dust, I believe, coming over from the
Lots of
construction
dust.
site onto the field here. Looks like they're not going to do anything about it. They're just going to... Looks like Red Deer will have a chance, and they will bury their first goal of the game, and that will be the first goal that Allen has allowed this season. Sucks that it came on a penalty shot, but great play from Red Deer there to put themselves in that position as they will make the score 6-1 as it gets continuously more windy over here at Cohos Common Field. We are just getting blasted by leaves where we are right now.
Leaves and all the dirt from the construction site.
Yeah, definitely not fun. As the Trojans start to try and get something going. Hopefully it doesn't affect the state of the turf out there. There's already some leaves on there when we got started,
Yeah.
so it shouldn't matter too much. Like I said, we are seeing a change in goal for the Kings as they decided a couple plays ago before that goal to put in Brian Murray, the 6'1" goaltender, first year. Chances are this is his first game for Red Deer. And honestly, I would not say their starter played that bad either. He just ran into a strong team in the Trojans.
Yeah.
It's definitely smarter to take out your starter and not risk injury in a game like this. So the Trojans will get a free kick here from a little bit over half. He'll send a long boot in, trying to see if they can find anybody. Finds the head of a King. Get another big boot. Easy save for the keeper there. And he'll send a nice toss. Looked like a quarterback in the pocket out there, as he will get it back once more. He'll decide to keep it inside instead of going out. He'll get a chance to send a big boot, easily making it over half. Stopped by Hunter.
I've
Regained
really
by
noticed
Haley.
that a lot of players from our Trojans team and from the Kings have really good arms.
So we will see Hunter moving through the zone here. All right, Red Deer will continue to move through their zone here. As Haley will get the ball here at half. And we'll have to see who the refs give it to here. It'll be really close. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like it'll be a throw-in. Little snarky comment from the ref there about the defender not quite knowing it was a throw-in. So Red Deer will try and get something going through the defensive zone here in the 62nd minute of this game. It is 6-1, SAIT Trojans leading. So the 2022 ACAC champions are looking really, really strong in this game, and frankly all season. As if they can continue to hold this lead, they will go up 3-0 to start the year. You'll love to see it, as that was a nearly dangerous play. He'll get another chance at it. Won't be able to make anything of it as the wind continues to pick up here at SAIT. So we're seeing dust start to hit the field. Hopefully it doesn't affect the play too much. Nobody gets it in the eyes, I hope.
Really hope not.
Oh, a great save from the first-year goaltender. Murray was easily able to extend there and get to it. So he has looked really solid so far since coming in the game for the Kings. So it looks like the Trojans will be taking it in the corner here. Chances are, it looks like they'll be giving it to Haley. He'll kick it up. What a shot.
Oh!
And that'll be Gahara Mundi, the defender, getting two really nice chances there, but sending it off the post. Looks like the ref, there's a bit of conversation on the field going on about who should be getting the ball. I'm not too sure on that one. Gahara Mundi did get two touches there, but I'm not sure if it would have gone off the defender first, I think, or the goalkeeper, sorry. I think that's what they're going to say, as it looks like...
I'm not too sure. It all just happened so fast.
It really did. I was really shocked he actually didn't bury it. He had a very good chance there. Looks like the refs weren't ready quite yet, so we'll have to do it once more. So the wind continues to pick up. Hopefully that's not affecting the mics too much. Oh, and a great defensive play by Red Deer to interfere on that pass. Oh, a little bit of physical play there. Red Deer was not happy about the call. Hunter will immediately get it back. Will get a kick. He'll send it over for the header. Great header. So there will be a call on the play. Looks like nothing will come of it as Red Deer starts to move out of their defensive zone here, but it'll be quickly moved into the Trojans bench. As it quickly gets moved, John Ingram has the ball. He came in off the bench not too long ago. The Trojans continue to move through their defensive zone. That'll be Hunter regaining the ball, trying to find somebody, finds exactly what he was looking for, but he gets bobbled a little bit. Gahara Mundi there at center. He'll send it back to the goalkeeper. Once again, not liking what he saw, so he'll move it back. Playing a little bit of pass with his goalkeeper here as he tries to find something.
They're really giving themselves a lot more time.
Yeah, and that's been a common theme all game.
Yeah. Even for the women's game, they did that a lot.
Yeah, that's definitely something that both Trojans teams are very good at, using a lot of patience even when they really need to score. They're just not afraid to use as much time as they need. And it's worked. They've scored a lot of goals because of their abilities to wait for those chances instead of taking the first thing they see as they start to move in on attack here. We'll go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Trojans. They'll throw it deep, straight into the Trojans bench there off the head of a Red Deer King. As they continue to play through the middle here.
Great
Goes off
split.
the shins of a Kings player. Oh, and a great play there to get it out of their zone. As they race forward. Hunter will be the first one there. And he'll let it go out of bounds. I'm not too sure what the ref is just telling the player to throw it back to the thrower. Looks like they might just be redoing the throw. As Hunter will give it back to his fellow defender, and they'll try and get something going here. Sending it all the way across, that'll be Sintra. Kajitani, I believe, will be the last one to touch it on that play, as Red Deer will get it. As they get a chance here, they'll fight for it there at the sideline, but it'll go out of bounds. So we are quickly approaching the 70-minute mark in this one. Trojans keep holding on to their 5-0 lead, but haven't been able to score in a bit, quite a bit, I'd say. They definitely were scoring at a very much faster pace in the first half, but also that could definitely be just them starting to focus more on the defensive side of the ball, which is definitely smart considering they have quite the lead, and I'm sure they want to hold on to it as it goes out of bounds. They will send it into the Trojan zone here, but it will go flying right by the Kings bench. They'll throw it in. So the Trojans will try and keep it in, but he'll whiff on the kick, and it'll be a throw-in. They'll get a chance. They'll throw it in deep, nearly finding number 9, Major. Another player who came in around a little bit after half for the Trojans. We've seen him get a couple chances. We'll have to see if he can potentially make something of it later on. So they quickly attack. Taking a second to look at his options there. He'll send it deep, finds a Trojan, then they will quickly regroup And he'll find Haley on the outside. Sending it inside to Ingram. Ingram trying to make some nice moves. He'll give it inside. Will he kick it? He's got speed, but it won't be able to get enough under it to get some accuracy, and he'll send it wide right. So we have now passed the 70th minute mark in this one. Hunter will get the header. Moving it into Haley. Taking a second, taking a look around. Center will send it backwards to Gahara Mundi before getting it back and trying to charge into the offensive zone a little bit here. Nearly a nice chance, but couldn't hold on to the ball. And they'll have to regroup. Gahara Mundi with it once again. Giving it to Ingram. Ingram will send it down deep. Just a little bit too far, though. Won't be able to hit him. The Trojans have quite a bit of offense here. They blocked the goalie's kick. Goalie was out of position for a second there. They weren't able to capitalize on it. Always nice to get the ball back, though, as Hunter gives it to Sintra. Sintra will cut in. He'll try and find somebody else. Here's a chance. The Trojans, great save by the defender. I believe it was not even the goalkeeper who got to it that time.
Yeah, it was the defender's legs.
Great play there. As they try to keep it in, they don't want to be the last one to touch it. It will go off a Trojan there, as that was pretty much their goal the entire time in that corner. But they won't be able to pull it off, as Red Deer will be getting the throw in right there, where they will boot it in deep, send it off the chest of number 9, Grant Johnson, before the play is blown down. We can thankfully say that the wind has calmed down a little bit here over here. No longer seeing any dust on the field. That's good to see. And they will be getting a throw in here. And he'll send it right out of bounds. Once again, that'll be Grant Johnson. Looks like Hunter will be given the throw in here. A little bit over into the side of the Kings. Not too sure what the play on the call on the play will be there, but they'll quickly get it back, and that'll be Ingram with speed cutting through the middle. Makes a nice move. He's still got it, and the play will be blown down after he's grabbed by the Kings defender. That'll be Ashton
Yellow
Shipman.
card.
No surprise there either. That was a physical play.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, for Chipman, definitely had to make it because he did not want Ingram breaking through that last layer of the defense, because arguably it would have been an open shot at a very vulnerable goaltender there. It would have been very, very tough save for the first year there. Definitely the right play, but now he's got to play the rest of it with a yellow card. And they're going to exchange the ball. And we'll see Hunter taking it. Oh, no, sorry. That's going to be Sintra. He'll get a chance at a big boot. Send it a little bit too high. Now with only 15 minutes remaining in regulation time, the clock continues to run. looks like there will be a sub, as we will see one of the goal scorers for the Trojans today, Sine Haley, leaving the game. Hunter will get the steal. They'll cut forward. It'll be Ito inside. He'll get a kick and a great diving save. Second diving save. What a play by the goalkeeper there. That must have hurt.
Definitely looks like it did.
Yeah, we're seeing him grab his stomach. Hopefully he's all right. Taking a ball from that close up just has got to sting, especially straight to the gut. He looks like he's walking it off like a champ, but there's no doubt in my mind that that definitely hurt to take.
Poor goalkeeper.
And if this was Red Deer's way of testing out the first-year goaltender to see how good he'd do in a regulation game, we can definitely say that he has excelled. He's been really, really good since he's
doing
come
great.
in. I don't actually think he's been scored on yet, which really does go to show how well he's done considering how successful they were in the first half at getting past him, or getting past the first goalie the Kings had in. Really does go to show that he's really come out to play. He took this chance and he's running with it.
And a lot of the times the taller goalies aren't as agile as the shorter ones, but that's not the case here. It looks like he's doing a really good job.
He's a very agile goalie.
Yeah.
He's very aggressive too. Tries to beat him with the soft stuff right there from Ingram. But even that wasn't enough to beat him as he continues to look really, really strong. There's been a common theme from Red Deer so far this afternoon. We've seen two really, really solid goalies in net for them in both the men's and the women's.
Yeah.
Trojans will have the ball in their offensive zone here. Starting to move around. They find Hunter. Hunter moves it back to Ito. Moving it over. Was not happy about that one. That was Kajitani who loses it. Oh, and a near big mistake there.
So close.
That was very, very close. Oliver Allen nearly let up his only second goal of the season there on what would have been a big mistake.
If only we could see what was going inside of his head when he got that first goal scored in.
As they will be getting a corner kick there. They kick it inside. Big save by the goaltender. Marcus Allen gets up there to make it. And another great save. He was able to track it off the back of the head from the striker. Excellent save there from Allen.
The first save was also a really good jump, too.
It was, yeah, he got up there. Oh, nearly a great play there. So the defender will go down. He's staying down. He's grabbing his knee. Hopefully he's all right. He's close enough to us that I thought I heard him say cramp, so his leg might just be cramping. That's the hope.
Yeah, I think so. From the way that they're doing that to his leg, I think he is cramping.
It looks like they will call the trainer in.
Yeah. Then it might be a little bit more than a cramp then.
It looked like what happened there, and we're close enough to lightly hear it. It looked like he thought it was a cramp. He started trying to get up, and he's getting up now. He's getting up now, but it looked like he first started trying to get up.
Yeah.
Realized that he couldn't quite do it yet. He needed a second, and wasn't able to quite do it yet. Went back down. That's when they called the trainer in. It looks like he'll be fine. He's going to stay in. Oh, nope, they're going to make a sub. So he is going to leave the game after that.
All right.
With 10 minutes left in this one, I think they will be all right. It looks like he's going to be all right as well as he walks off on his own. Doesn't have any sort of limp there. So it looks like he was right about it being a cramp.
Yeah.
But with that type of stuff, there's no point in risking it in the last 10 minutes. If you're the Red Deer Kings head coach, you might as well just take him out, play it safe. No
Yeah,
point
and
in
so
bringing
early in
players
the
a game
season
like
as
this.
well.
For sure. It's still super early.
Yeah. Might as well keep it safe and keep the players healthy.
That'll be Sintra moving through the middle. Tries to find Major down the middle, but can't get it there. Ingram nearly getting there too, but just not quite. A lot of bodies all diving for the ball there. He'll get a big kick. Another great diving save there from the first-year goaltender.
And it doesn't seem like he's wearing any knee pads. The Kings goaltender?
Yeah, you would be right. It doesn't look like he is.
Huh. Even more impressive.
It's at the 82nd minute. There's only 8 minutes remaining in this one, at least in regulation time, as the score is 6-1 for the SAIT Trojans, putting on quite the dominant performance in this one. They continue to move forward here. Finding Major, but they will call it an offside. The wind is starting to come back here, as we are continuing to get blasted with leaves and dust. So Red Deer starts to move around their defensive zone here, trying to see if they can maybe get one last little spark here at the end of this one. Maybe leave with hearts held high. Struggling to get into the offensive zone here. So they continue to move around, trying to find an open lane, but the Trojans continue to keep moving, closing as many lanes as they can. That goalie makes a big risk there, but he manages to get around the striker. They'll kick it into the defensive zone. That'll be Hunter receiving it. He will beat the striker, and he's got a lane if he wants to run for it. He decides not to. Instead decides to take a second look behind him and try to reset things a little bit. Will be Sintra. And they will continue to move it around here at center. 6 minutes now remaining in regulation time. Trojans still trying to get something going, and they are taking all the time they need to find the right spot as he shoots it straight down the middle, not able to find a gap as they start to move through the offensive zone here. Kings might have something. They've got a couple guys in the zone here. So they continue to try and get something going in the offensive zone. Allen makes a great save. And it will be a corner kick. With 5 minutes remaining now in this one, this might be one of the last chances Red Deer really gets to try and bury another one as it goes off a Trojan, back out of bounds, and they will be getting another throw-in. So their opportunity here is not over. And the Trojans have a big chance here. Off the post. And nearly believe that was Major. Nearly buries one. Not able to get there.
But it looks like they might have a second chance.
Yeah, they managed to keep the ball in here. Having no trouble holding on to it, but they blast one, and it was an easy save from the first-year goaltender, Brian Murray, using his whole 6-1 frame to get in front of that one. He continues to look very, very impressive for Red Deer so far. Hasn't been scored on in the second half. So they try and set something up here. They try and send it deep. We'll send it a deep kick, a little bit high. Had Murray jumping for it, but I think halfway through he realized he wouldn't have to. So it goes soaring over the net there, and they, with only 4 minutes remaining now, the clock continues to tick for Red Deer. They keep the ball moving here, moving through their defensive zone. So Murray calls for movement, but he's not going to get it as the Trojans get a steal, and they will bury it. With 3 minutes left, Murray lets off his first goal off a great kick that just barely gets by him. He doesn't seem too happy about it, and I don't blame him. He was playing incredible, and it is not, that one goal does not define his performance, I can tell you that. As the Trojans take a 6-1 lead now. Or no, I believe it's 7-1. I don't think they've updated that. So Red Deer will be taking it at half with 3 minutes remaining in regulation time here. John Ingram will be the player who will be announced to have scored. He has had a great game as well, especially in the second half since coming in. He's had plenty of chances. Not surprising to hear that he buried one. As the Trojans will boot it out of their zone. Time continues to run out on Red Deer here. That will be Gahara Mundi kicking it over to Sintra. But they'll send it a little bit too far. If he could have gotten a bit more accuracy on that, maybe he could have got it on net, but it didn't quite get there. The Trojans will be getting a goal kick in the 88th minute now. And it's it will be a throw-in. Ingram will be getting it there. Red Deer with some good chances, but he'll be taken down, and he might be getting a kick here from really close inside. It appears that will be the case. Maybe Red Deer might get a chance to score one more before they're sent home. It looks like they will be giving it to number 10, Sarvich, who has 2 goals already on the season for them, scoring in both of their last 2 games. He's on a goal streak, if you will. This will give him a pretty good chance to keep that going. Oh, wait, no, it won't be Sarvich. No, it looks like I will be right the first time, although they have multiple players lining up for the kick. A little bit of deception going. Sarvich will take it. It'll go off the head of somebody and go out of bounds. So nearly a great chance for Red Deer. They won't be able to make anything of it. And as regulation time runs down, there's about 25 seconds left. Red Deer obviously still has time. We'll have a little bit of time after the 90th minute, but they're slowly running out of time if they want to walk out of here with their heads held high. We'll have to see what happens as they try and make something there, as they should be getting a throw in. And with that, we have hit the 90th minute. Red Deer will send it in. It'll be an easy save by Allen. No problem there. And the PA announcer just announced that there will be 3 minutes remaining. So Red Deer has 3 minutes to try and make something happen here if they want to keep things Or if they want to walk out of here with their heads held high, is the word I'm looking for. Hunter sends it down. He has somebody there, but will the goalie beat him? He will. As Murray uses the body. Smart play there. Lets it go out of bounds. And there's a smile on the face of number 9 there as he can appreciate the smart play from the goalkeeper. Red Deer starts to run things around. And truthfully, we haven't gotten a lot of offense from the Trojans in the last 10 minutes. It's been a lot of Red Deer. This is the best they've been all day. So they will be taken down at center. As he will boot it far. Will he find him? He will. He finds number 3. He'll boot it long, sending it into the defensive zone. Trojans continue to play strong defense, rotating the ball around. Major has the ball at center here, moving around, trying to find the open man, and he'll find him. They'll send it back to the keeper. See what he can do with it. Not a lot of pressure. They continue to just rock things back and forth into the defensive zone before the keeper decides to air one out. Goes straight into the legs of Gahara Mundi, who will send it back to Allen. Ooh, so he'll be tripped up at center. Looks like he'll be all right. They'll go flying out the back there, and they will be getting a goal kick. Another big boot, and that will do it. The final score being 7-1. That will do it for our coverage of the game today. Make sure to stick around for the players of the game. That'll be it for both me and Caro. Make sure to stick around for more ACAC action. I believe the next game will be next week for both Trojan squads, so make sure to check that out.
Scary as hell, then once you've done it, you want to do it again. That's how it is. It is. It is. It's really scary the first time. That doesn't really go away.
What you were expecting?
What do you say? I know. Well, the thing is, I talked to Kevin. He's doing like some stuff with football.
Oh,
That's what Trojan. But the game is over. Really long waits.
Are you gonna be staying for supper, Grandpa?
What? What's this?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
or is it in the one of the state?
Yeah, the last. Not that night.
No, so they can kick the ball around the field. You want to see the same?
We'll have to head out.
We were over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did you like the game?